All right, let's say you want to do an email mail merge. You don't have Microsoft Outlook, you have Google Suite, so that means Gmail. We can't download third party tools like yet another mail merge, which I do like, by the way, but I can't use this. Are you totally screwed if you want to do an email mail merge? The answer is absolutely not. Get something started in Google Sheets here, and then you can use Google Scripts here. You can run some code, and bam, it's just like you would do in Microsoft Outlook. It's awesome. So check this out. So now we have a date stamp right there, and we have some new emails here. So this is sent to Chris, this is sent to she, and this is sent to Susan. So how did I do it? Well, stick around and I'll show you. The first things that we need are a list of people and fields in Google Sheets and an email draft with placeholders. So first name is a given. We have last name, but we're not using it. Our job title is very important. We need that. Now, with location group here, we're going to code a new variable so that a 1 location is Bombay and a 2 location is Madrid. I'll show you how to do that in a few, but for now, we need placeholders in our email. Email address is a given. Now, sent on will be a date stamp, so we don't send the same email to the same person twice. Since we're going to do this in Google Script, we're going to need to format our email spacing with HTML. Now, we could just save a Word document into an HTML file if you want, and then use the HTML from that. Or you could do what I'm doing here and put it into an HTML editor. But if you want to just copy in the text without fixing this, you might get something like this, and that doesn't maintain the spacing. We don't want that. So even if you don't know HTML, it's pretty easy. The BR tags you see provide the new line spacing. The UL and LI provide the bullet points, and the OL and LI provide the number points. That's all the HTML you need to know for this part. It's not too bad. Now, if we hit run, we have something that looks like we had before. Great. So let's go back to Google Sheets now and get to the fun part. Okay, so here's our spreadsheet again. We can access Google Script from here, and it's pretty easy to find. Just a couple clicks here. So you can name the script as well as the function, whatever you want. I'm just going to put what I want here. You do whatever you want, of course. All right, pretty easy. Now we're going to put everything in these brackets here. So first thing here is we're going to define our custom function. I call this send onboarding emails. Like I said, whatever you want. var sheet here, this gets the currently active spreadsheet. So the one where our script is bound or being run from, and it grabs the active sheet inside of it. Now var data here, this is just going to read all the data from that sheet. So every row and every column that has values. It's going to put it into an array. Now right here, we're defining our variables. And as you can see, each number in the bracket corresponds to the column number in our spreadsheet. So you can see right here, for example, 0 actually means the first column, so our first name and so on. So just have a look here. Column A is going to be 0, B, 1, and so on. You can kind of see how that works. I won't spend too much time on this, but just get a feel for that. So next section here. So what's going to happen is once we send these emails, we're going to have a sent on column here, a date stamp. And if that's not null, it's going to skip it. If it is null, it's going to send the emails. Pretty simple. Now right here, what we're doing is if our location is 1, you can see right there, location group, 1, 1, and 2. 1's going to be Bombay, 2 is going to be Madrid. And if it's null, it's going to come up as unknown. I just want to show you how to recode variables like that. It comes in handy a lot. Now right here, we're going to put our body or the actual email that we were playing around with earlier. So this right here. So let's go ahead and copy this and we can paste it into the body. And this is going to be the template for our email. This is the bulk of what we're doing right here. So just go ahead and paste that in, hit Control and V. All right, so that's most of it right there. We just have a little bit of code after this and we're almost done, actually. So let's just add a little bit here, fix the spacing. Not necessary, but just for my own sake, I'm doing this. Right here, I have my email subject, which is welcome to TLDW tutorials. And then in column F, I have my date stamp, so we don't resend the email to the same person. And that's going to wrap things up here. So let's go ahead and save this. Little button right there. And let's go ahead and run this and see if it works. Usually it goes pretty quickly. So as you can see right here, yep, okay, that's all set. Now look at sent on. We have our date stamp there, so it won't resend. That's great. Let's go ahead and check the emails and see if they formatted properly or if they even sent it all. They should. Looks like there's a bounce back here with that fake email I sent at the end. I'll show you that, but that's a good sign actually. So let's check our first one here. She looks like that's correct. Engineer, Bombay. Perfect. Let's go to the next one here. For Chris, yep, developer in Madrid. Great. Okay, Susan, accountant, Bombay. Perfect. Now this is the one that got sent back because I sent to whatever@example.com. But it was to Jesse, and it looks like it would have been fine if it was a real email. So analyst in Bombay, Jesse, perfect. So that's all there is to it. Let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and take care.